Eric, is this a sting of a sting operation?
Greyballing, they used it for lots of different things, to protect drivers from angry, taxi unions, and then also to sort of hide from transportation agencies that were looking for, Uber drivers in areas where, it was a legal gray area whether Uber should be operating, hence the name greyballing. And here they're restricting, the regulatory part, hiding from the government.
Is it legal?
Uber's saying that they're investigating it right now. I think, we're seeing sort of some random regulators posing questions about it, but I think, it's going to be a long conversation about the legality of this program.
Okay, let me ask you why, although it's probably fairly obvious, why did Uber develop it in the first place?
Well, Uber would go into these markets where it wasn't really well understood by the local regulators. And so it wasn't explicitly illegal, it wasn't explicitly legal. And then there would be local authorities trying to go after individual Uber drivers to ticket them or impound their vehicles. And Uber didn't want to, give those regulators the power to find the drivers. So they showed them a fake version of the app and obscure the driver, trying to protect the driver in where Uber believes that they're operating legally, in hopes to resolve the issue with, actual legislative bodies in the city.
It's been a tough few weeks for Uber. Travis Kalanick as well. I mean, he seems to be always dealing with something, right? But any signs that the trouble will abate?
I think we're still right in the middle of the firestorm. I mean, Eric Holder's investigating the company's human resources policies under allegations of sexual harassment. We've seen 2 top executives leave in the last couple of weeks, and I think their problems are still very much ongoing. The company has said they're looking for a peer for Travis, a chief operating officer, but that still seems a long way away. So no, I think Uber's problems will continue for quite some time.
Yeah, and we have another great story on the Bloomberg today about how at South by Southwest, all the attendees are going to have to do without Uber now, because Austin is, of course, one of the cities that has banned Uber from operating there. Does that continue? Do more cities in the US jump on that bandwagon?
I think we have to see. I mean, Austin's a super interesting test case because, Uber and Lyft left, and so can sort of more regulated companies fill the void? Certainly in New York, we've seen competitors sprout up, but and then all over the world, Uber has some sort of global peer competing in Ola in India or what have you. So I think it'll be interesting to see. I don't think we've seen anything quite like Austin, though, where there was a full-fledged operation and then Uber and Lyft totally pulled out.